See. Yeah, so we will be getting into our map here in a timely manner. So it will be Bank. And again, I'm joined by Grifster. So yeah, especially I mean Bank is such a in a weird spot right now that it's gonna be interesting to see like how each team brings this to the table. As it will be, I can't sleep. That's gonna be on defense first. So I'd say that they have the advantage here. As I mean, this is a pretty defender-sided map. I would say. Mm-hmm. It's just so many different ways that the attack or the defense can waste your time. That it sometimes makes that execute happen like forced to happen late in the round. Exactly. What do you? People are saying that your mic doesn't. It sounds like you're talking to a phone. It says they can't hear you at all. I have no idea. It's gonna have to. Yeah. Can you like pull up the stream as well, and maybe listen to yourself? I would, but then like my whole stream will hear it. So. Well, I don't think that's it. I think it's just that you just like it sounds like you're talking through your phone. I can hear you like I don't know what that is. Your mic or something. Or your
Attackers need to locate
whatever
and
it is.
bombs.
You guys are gonna have to deal with it, okay? Because there's no way I'm doing this by myself again. But it'll be basement defense first, and especially with these bans, the Mira, Nomad, Echo, and the Hibana, I'd say that these bans favor the defense, only because without that Nomad, I mean that's gonna allow for a lot more mobility for the defenders. So, oh no, what's happening? Oh no.
10 seconds to go.
Oh no. I mean, they technically, I think, can
5
rehost,
seconds remaining.
or is it 30 seconds in?
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
I don't know.
Your camera feed up and running.
I'm reloading.
I honestly,
Facing my evil eye.
they say it's like a whisper from you. I don't know what the problem is. So,
Drone's ready.
I mean, if they needed to leave then. I don't know what else to say. I'm not an admin, so I don't know these rules as well as the players do. So, I mean, they should have left if that was the rule. Honestly, it's unfortunate that they're gonna have to play this round out in a 4v5 now, like it seems. So yeah, you guys can't hear him. Can you hear you at all? Oh wait, hold on. Hold on. Let's see this here. Hold on. I talk.
Hello?
There you go. All right.
Okay.
That's better.
I was gonna say I could hear myself through you.
Yeah, it's through my headset. That's what it. I thought
Yeah.
it was. So
Okay.
I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. That way people can't hear that too. But
Right,
again,
okay.
okay, so halfway through the round now.
bomb
It's
has been
still a
located.
4v5, and it looks like they're gonna start to open up these hatches with the Maverick here. So definitely a lot harder to open up these hatches with the Maverick, but it looks like Habibi is doing a fairly decent job right now trying to open up the hatch. Honestly, I have no idea how to open up the Maverick the hatches. It looks like Habibi's got it down. It seems like it changes like every like 6 days, like people like the techniques to do it to save torches and whatnot. But definitely should be interesting here. It looks like we're going to be seeing the rush out here. It looks like Colossus is going to be playing on the blue stairs with that shotgun, and will get splashed out and pushed by Squid. So an excellent clear there onto the blue stairs for the attack. But still, I mean, that's only the first defender, I mean, technically off the board. And, I mean, they only have 30 seconds left. And, I mean, I assume they lost a lot of their utility there, as there's still a bunch of utility on this defense.
Yeah, I Can't Sleep is doing a lot of, is doing a really good job to waste a lot of time here, like you said. I think 30 seconds left on this execute, and really you're executing into 3 people, but still, I mean, there's a lot of utility left from the side of I Can't Sleep. And so you're going to be executing here onto this TV room, and there's still a smoke grenade left with 12 seconds left. Rowdy is going to go down, 6 is going to turn that Snuggly, and Rowdy's going to pick up another one. So I Can't Sleep doing a really good job here. 2 on 3. Squid's going to drop in for a double kill, and it looks like it might be the round for Fettuccine, and it will be. So yeah, I think Fettuccine really kind of had to rush that one, and it got a little messy at the end of that round, but it definitely was close enough for I Can't Sleep that I think had that been a 5-on-5, they might have been able to hold that one more successfully.
Definitely. And I mean, again, it's unfortunate with the disconnect. Again, I'm not like, I know that they recently changed the rule, so I'm not 100% sure to be honest with you. So if that is, I know that it's 30 seconds, but I don't remember if it's like 30 seconds into the prep phase or like 30 seconds into the actual round. So
yeah, exactly. I know that there's like 2 parts to it, and you can't have damage done, and you can't. It has to be 30 seconds into the round, but like you said, I don't know if it's the prep phase or the whole round.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, if like they obviously knew that there was a thing. I mean, they should have just left. And I mean, worst case scenario, that's a free round for like the attackers. So I mean,
right? Yeah.
Honestly, I think that they were in the right, like to rehost. I think that was like a legitimate that was a legitimate case for that rule. So either way, it's unfortunate, but yeah.
If they were more sure about it, they should have gone for it. But
exactly.
At the same time, I think you still have to be a little bit. You still have to be okay with how that defense went, because I mean, considering you were down 3-5 essentially, because you got that like quote unquote early pick, you're still able to deny almost down to the wire. Fettuccine just picking up enough kills that they were able to win the round.
Exactly, and I liked the hold, especially putting Colossus on. How would you say? Is this Colonel Osis? Or I don't know, man. I'm just gonna
I would just go with Colossus, because even though there's the period there, it looks like Colossus. It's spelled like Colossus. If it's Colonel Usus, then you know he can complain later, I guess.
Yeah,
but
you can take it up with my lawyer. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but either way, we're gonna be. It's the same defense, and now that they have that extra operator, the pulse, I mean, that's going to be a big push for this round, is they're going to be able to gather all that intel onto plants and pushes as well. So this should be a much better round, I would think, from I Can't Sleep, but again, we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, like you said, I think that Ella hold on those blue stairs was really good, and if she could have been aided by the pulse, I think I Can't Sleep would have had a really good chance to win that round. And now that you get to double up on that utility and have that Ella shotgun on the blue stairs, I think there's going to be a good chance. But the BB's going to take down ELQH early.
Elk.
And Elk?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I knew you were struggling with it, and I didn't know how to say it either, so it's like...
Exactly, bro. It's weird, bro.
Yeah.
But either way, they know that this Ella is playing on the main stairs here. I'm curious as to why she doesn't have any ADSs here. There's no Jaeger getting played, but it's not gonna even matter. He's gonna actually push out and get one. Rowdy will clean up his down kill onto LoJack. So a nice little play there from Colossus to escape the blue stairs without, I mean, losing more than half of his HP. So still got to deal with the Capitao though, pushing down.
Yeah, that was really good timing there by Colossus, just pushing down into that server hold while he was being pinched on blue stairs and picking up the 2 kills. And yeah, I kind of agree with you. I think maybe having Elk run a Jaeger instead of a Pulse might be better, just because you're not going to C4 that hatch. But BB is going to pick up Colossus on that server stairs. Going to even up the round with 45 seconds left. And a good amount of utility left from both sides. I think still having that Maestro in Garage is going to play a big part, being able to use some of those Maestro cams if possible. But still have a couple of smokes left. Going to be able to burn the ADSs, and here is going to be Frosty pushing down these white stairs. Maybe going to put a little bit of pressure onto the side of I Can't Sleep as they go for the execute, but it looks like Capitao is taking a lot of damage. BB's just going to run in through the smoke, take a lot of damage from Rowdy, and it's going to be a 2-on-3 with 15 seconds left. Native is going to pick up the second one, and it's all up to Squid as he's going to fall to Snug. And I Can't Sleep is gonna benefit from that extra defender and win the round.
Yeah, much better round having that pulse in the round that time instead of being lagged out. So I mean, it really showed there with the dominance and having 3 members up to 1, and even like we were talking about, I think that push or that hold could be even better if they were to bring a Jaeger or I mean even a Kaid to help deny the server hatch. So possibly some reworks that they could do to that, but either way.
Yeah, and I mean even on that run, they lost the Pulse rather early. He got picked off on the server push, and then it was the heroics of Colossus with the LS shotgun just pushing down into that servers to refrag. But still, yeah, I mean I think the likelihood that you're going to get a Pulse play it's pretty low, because usually those attackers push pretty aggressively into that tunnel and they're going to take control and pinch on the server. But we are going to see the upstairs hold from the side of I Can't Sleep, and looks like it's pretty standard. Are going to have that Pulse again, but a little bit more common here and going to have Colossus playing it this time.
Yeah, and I did get confirmation, I guess, this was from the ESL website, that Rios are possible. No player was killed. All members of the Rios team have to leave the match before the first 30 seconds of the action phase passed. If not, all members of the re-hosting team left the match within that given time, it will count as a round loss. The re-host doesn't have to be confirmed by the opponent. So, like you said, if they were if they were confident about that rule, which I mean, that's the rule. So, I mean, they were in the right to re-host there. They should have just left the match. They don't really need confirmation to do so, but either way, that's in the past.
Yeah, exactly. I think like you said, worst comes to worst, you end up losing a round, and if you're confident enough in your defensive hold, you'll win it again like they did. So it sucks, but at the same time, they ended up making it even, and yeah, we're gonna see how this round plays out. It looks like it's gonna be a normal push onto this skylight stairwell from the side of Fettuccine, but nothing too out of the ordinary. Looks like pretty standard operator picks all around. And we will see how that Pulse is able to deny some of that entry clear potentially. But BB looks like he's going to go for a more main entrance clear. And then the rest of the team looks like they're just holding back onto the site. So I'm looking to see if this Pulse can punish a BB here and really break down a lot of this defensive or this offensive push from the side of Fettuccine. Because if he gets this pick here, it really stalls out that push. And he is going to find a nice shot on Habibi. Going to potentially get a little bit of damage onto the person on the rappel, but not going to pick it up as 6 refrags him. And it all draws even here with 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the round.
Yeah, that was a good play from Colossus to get the pick onto the IQ, but again, an even better play from 6 to be on that rappel and to be able to find the angle onto the head of that Pulse before he was able to get fragged out. So that's going to be the Nitro Cell off the board, as well as that intel from that scanner. So, I mean, that's a big pick to lose your Pulse this early into the round, technically, because the plant hasn't even started to come down yet. They've opened up one wall, but haven't really made too much pressure onto the site in full. Again, with about a minute left, they gotta have to make this happen.
Yeah, I think it's a big pick from the side of I Can't Sleep, because there's going to be a little bit of that paranoia that somebody's going to check you from that main entrance, but it looks like Fettuccine has kind of pivoted as Snug gets a nicely timed run out onto low as he goes for the as he goes for the flame warp. yeah, I think something like this, what Rowdy's doing is perfect. Even though Fettuccine has kind of transitioned into a back stairwell push, he's going to be able to pressure from that main entrance. And now 6 is repelled in, going to get the Maestro on the rotate. And then 2v3 draws with 28 seconds left. He is looking through the hole, but he's going to have to push in with the help from Squid. He's going to be very vulnerable here. Snug is going to find another one. Picking up a second round, and 6 going to get a spray through the couch, but not going to find another one as Snug picks up his 3rd for the round. And I mean, he plays this entrance, or not this entrance, this closet in here very effectively. Just a couple of really well-timed kills.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, he was a beast, and like you said, his timing impeccable on that round. I mean, able to peek out and kill that thermite while he's trying to put down the claymore, as well as trying to run out and get the kill onto that Capitao as he's picking up that diffuser. So excellent plays and smart plays there from Snug.
Yeah, I really liked the mid-round call from Fettuccine to kind of go for that back stairwell push when they knew that they had lost control of the main entrance with Habibi going down. But I think that Snug just you know, having the leg up and really playing that janitor closet well and getting a couple of time kills, so that it really just made Fettuccine's push disjointed. You had 6 in, he had to push with the Capitao, and you're pushing together on a site that you have no control of.
Yeah.
We will see how this next round goes. It looks like it's going to be that archives hold, which I think is pretty standard considering the other one's open area. I think we've seen a couple of teams go open area in these quals, but honestly, I think with the way that open area push can be, with some of the lines of sight you can get, this site is a lot more beneficial if you can maintain that upstairs control.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to be going for more of a horizontal hold right now, as they're going to be placing some jammers as well as some reinforcements, I would assume, and rotation holes inside of the open area. So going to be putting an emphasis onto these main stairs, as well as I would assume some emphasis on this top floor, because I mean, you can't really, I mean, you can play this site from from the outside of it, but you got to have at least a couple anchors in there, and if you've got at least somebody up top, as it looks like it's going to be Native's job, they will be trying to deny as much of this entry as possible.
Yeah, I think it's really going to come down to how Native is able to hold this upstairs with the pressure probably from 6 and Habibi, because if they can get control of that top floor and start bucking open the floor, you're really going to make life for some of those anchors hell. But 6 on the repel here, getting into a little bit of a fight with Habibi. He's going to trade some shots on him, going to get the down and the frag onto Native. So with 40 seconds gone in the round, I mean, that's a lot of control from the side of Fettuccine early on.
Yeah, and whether or not they know it, that's complete control of the top floor. They will just do a little bit more droning here, and it looks like Switch is actually just going to walk up the main lobby stairs and take control of that himself. So the rest of these defenders are going to be playing either on the first floor or in the basement, as it's going to be Colossus in that castle. We'll get droned out by Ajax. I believe the drone went by. It doesn't look like actually, or Lojax. It looks like he was actually upstairs. So the Jammer is still doing work here for Snug, as that will disorientate.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see how Colossus plays. I know he's going to be holding into that main push, as some of that lower area is probably opened up on the wall, but he is going to get jackaled out here, so he's going to have to survive this. And if I Can't Sleep goes down too early, then it's really going to be rough for them, as Colossus is re-rotating back through servers. And with 1 minute and 20 seconds left, they have kind of stalled out the push from Fettuccine a little bit, but it looks like this could potentially be a very pivotal point of the round, as Colossus tries to rotate and is actually going to make it into kitchen, it looked like. So, going to get back safe, and with 1 minute left, it's not going to be on to Fettuccine to pressure this site.
Yeah, and I mean, they've got the holes opened up here. There's no reinforcements on this main wall, so not even a need for the thermite here, as it looks like this is going to be some grenades coming in from BB. He's going to take out that Maestro camera, and yes, he will be able to successfully destroy that as we reach about 40 seconds left now. Still, I mean, 4v5 here, and a lot of control still from the defenses. Colossus has a nice angle here just on the cash bag, but smoke start to come through. It looks like Colossus is just going to sit in it and wait for him to hear that plan. It looks like Bucky's going to come through, but it's going to be a trade as 2 kills come out from both teams. The plan's going to start to get stuck behind him on the printer. Will he be able to find the frag? Yes, he will. He takes down Lojax, and that's the diffuser on the ground with only 15 seconds left. It's going to have to be an all-out brawl here, as Frosty will find one onto Elk, but again, Still control here. He actually will find another one on the Colossus as well. This leaves us all up to the Maestro of Rowdy coming in through the open area closet here. Can he find even one? He sees the defeater maybe behind that box. He'll pick one on the Frosty, but 6 behind and open will end the round, tying it up 2-2.
That was a huge push from 6. And I think that, honestly, from the side of Fettuccine, they didn't realize how much control they really had, because I think that I Can't Sleep's hold of that site is like interesting. Having none of that reinforced, like you said, really puts you in a bad position if Fettuccine can set up to execute early on. And they got the nice smokes down, and even though there wasn't a good play from, I believe it was Elk, who pushed up on, killed the first diffuser, there was just enough time for 6 to flank through open area and get a couple of nice frags and really open up that site for them, because like you said, it's all opened up, it's all soft, and there's so many rotates that the rotates ended up actually working up against I Can't Sleep.
Yes. I mean, this has been a fairly competitive game so far. We'll be back downstairs though. So this was the site that was played twice. Once at a man disadvantage for I Can't Sleep, and once at 5v5. 5v5 was definitely a lot stronger, and it looks like they're going to be running the same exact lineup as they have before.
Yeah, I really want to see Elk kind of do something with this pulse, because I think that he's picking it, and I mean, there has to be a reason that he's picking it for their defense. I'm guessing it's just to hold that server a little bit longer, but if he's going to play over-aggressive, kind of like he did the last time they were here, and he gets picked off, it's really going to be up to Colossus again to make a hero play as he's on those blue stairs. But yeah, I think this has definitely been I Can't Sleep's strongest side. They didn't look too bad on the upstairs bomb set, but I think that was more Snug really having some heroics. But yeah, overall it's been a very close match. A couple of last-second rounds coming down to it, but we will see how Fettuccine decides to attack this, knowing that they kind of struggled and stalled out the last time they were forced to attack the site.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to start to make this pressure happen onto the main stairs. It's going to be Rowdy on the Maestro. He'll be peeking it a little bit aggressively, but will choose to rotate back down to the garage and the safety of the loading dock. So that's the only roamer really, I guess, taken off the board. I mean, I guess if you call the top of the main stairs roaming, then yeah, he was the only roamer finally taken off. So still no Jaeger coming out from I Can't Sleep. Again, I don't agree with it, because I mean, there isn't any grenades actually being brought by the attack, but I mean, they could easily just bring grenades and kill, like, just grenade the Sophia or the Ella out of the blue stairs. I mean, I don't really understand the point of it.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I think that Fettuccine had a really good start to this round. They got in and got onto those onto those upper floors very fast, like you said. And yeah, I mean, if they decided to bring a frag grenade, they could, and I mean, they've just been spamming her with flash grenades on these blue stairs, and it's worked out well enough, other than the pushback in the servers where she picked up a double. But still, I mean, you surrendered control of this hatch, which really makes it hard to hold those server stairs. And now, I mean, Elk is just another C4, so it is going to be Colossus all alone on these blue stairs now, and essentially just being told to hold the line by his team, because he's going to have pressure coming from all sides now. If he gets a nice timing pick here, he probably could have gone up there and gotten 2 or 3, but he might push on this, and is going to find one onto the cap without, pushes up again, and does not find another one onto the thermite, but takes him very low, and that is going to be surrendered control of that blue stairs. But we will see, as 45 seconds left in the round, it's going to be up to Fettuccine to execute now, as they're going to not have those smokes from the Capito, and the thermite is going to be very low, so that smoke could potentially take him out if he gets too close to it.
Yeah, they will finally take out the Maestro camera as well. So again, such little HP, one puff of those toxic babes will ultimately kill off the thermite, but we'll be able to successfully open up that wall. I assume that he will just have to be the one covering here. Some more charges are going to come in. His last smoke grenade is actually going to come in as well, so it's going to be just drop out from sight as 6 is going to try to rush into red. Snug will find one as Habibi finds another one. It's Habibi to find 2 actually, as he's going to get downed out. Finally, the plant's still coming down, but it will get denied by the Nitro Cell, and it's Rowdy to pick up the final final one. Ugh. He'll pick up that one and then another one, so that's what I was talking about.
I think that honestly, that's one of the first times that that pulse play came in handy because having that C4 really allowed, I think, Rowdy to push more aggressively as he knew that he was going to have a little bit more chaos coming as with the push. But yeah, I think that was just another one of the. That's like a classic bank example where if you can stall out the attackers long enough, and realistically, I Can't Sleep didn't do anything to stall them out. I mean, they surrendered top control at 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and it took Fettuccine almost a minute and a half to clear out just the Ella from the blue stairs.
Yeah,
And,
that's way too much time.
yeah, I mean, and like we said, we've harped on it. Like they
Attackers
don't
need to
have the
locate
Jaeger
and
to help
defuse
him.
as many bombs
There's
as they
you
can.
literally can just smoke grenade him or spam flash him or even use one of the maestro fires to push him out of that site, and you have the hatch open. You can just force him into a position he's not going to be able to kill you because he's got a shotgun. But Colossus stalling out enough time there, getting the frag onto the Maestro, and getting a lot of damage onto that Thermite, I think really made that push difficult. And I think it kind of flustered Fettuccine because normally you have your support player on that Thermite. You have him there, so he opens up the wall and he plants, and that's all he really does. And if he's got 5 HP, he can't play.
No. It was just like it was too much of a
5
cluster,
seconds to go.
clusterfuck for the attackers. They really didn't have any control at all when they started to make that push, except for server round. And even then, like you said, they didn't get it to like, the very end of the round. So they're gonna have to speed some stuff up. And I mean, my biggest thing is I think they need to make some operator changes. I don't think that you really need to be bringing. I guess the maybe even the Cavitao or the Zofia, switch one of those two off and then bring like a Buck or even just like a Sledge maybe, but I definitely think the Buck would be better, especially for a top floor attack.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that Buck or the Buck or the Sledge realistically is just so perfect for that attack because I mean they knew they had realistically 3 chances to go against that bot 4 defense, and they knew that I Can't Sleep wasn't running a Jaeger. So if you bring a Buck or a Sledge, you have the grenades along with all the other utility you have.
Bomb
It's just
located by attackers.
it makes that clear so much easier. And I mean, I Can't Sleep gave them so much top floor control, and I don't think Fettuccine even realized it. I don't know if it was just bad droning or what, but they had top control the whole round, and they just weren't able to execute off of it. But
Ooh, a nice angle there from Habibi through the crate right there, or through like the filing cabinet, I guess.
Yeah, I think
all the way up onto Maestro, and he looks like he knows that the Jaeger is here as well. Wilson, a few headshots, but will ultimately take the dome right off of Colossus. So looking like a very strong round here, trying to tie it up 2 or 3-3 before the end of this half.
yeah, Habibi, and I think that's going to be the main difference in the rounds is that you had Habibi trade with the Pulse essentially on that last round, and now Habibi's got that main entrance kind of on lockdown, so you can have these 2 guys on the rappel here and have them do whatever they want. Yeah,
Oh, look at this, bro. They've got 2 people rappelling upside down. Like, that's double heads that you can't see. That's 2 heads that you can't see, and they're shooting at your toes. So, I mean, this is not looking very good from the side of I Can't Sleep, as they have nobody to take these people off the rappel. Like you said, they've gotten complete control of the main lobby. LoJack's going to start to walk in and maybe even go for the plant, as he's going to try to stick that down. Smoke cover is in place, as it's going to be 6 to find the first frag, but Elk will try to refrag, but Frosty will shut down Snug, so it's going to have to be all up to Elk, but 6 for the second kill will end out that round. So
yeah,
Look at this,
I really like LoJack just walking into sight with the pistol, like, you know, if you guys are gonna give it to me, I'll take it.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
he just sauntered into the site and planted. But yeah, I mean, those double upside down repels right now, it's so hard to play against, and they weren't able to get any heroics from Snug in that closet, so it really ended up just it kind of ended up just falling apart before it could even come together for the side of I Can't Sleep. But now they will be going on to that offensive attack. But I think if you are Fettuccine, you're pretty happy with a 3-3 considering how badly that could have been. Because I think a lot of those times, I mean, I Can't Sleep had a couple of rounds that they could have run, or they gave up a couple of frags early, and they weren't able to contest the rounds.
yeah.
Defenders, protect your
again,
bombs
we're
from being
gonna be
defused
tied
by
up
attackers.
3-3. half. So it's gonna be back again. So downstairs is pretty much the primary site for these two teams, I guess, or like the bottom. I mean, that's the primary site for a lot of teams. Still see some teams like possibly go to like upstairs first just to throw the other team off, but not very likely.
Yeah, I think that a lot of the times when you see those people go upstairs first, I mean, a lot of the times they're executed on the same way because you're executing through usually a thermite hole planting. It's something you can do. Maybe you throw off an operator pick or something like that. But realistically, I think this bottom floor defense is usually one of the easier ones to hold if you play it right, if you play your angles right. And we will see how Fettuccine does. I already got to give them props. They are bringing the Jaeger instead of anything else. But I mean, they are going to bring the pulse. I'm interested to see how they have that doubled up. The smoke on the blue stairs is it's a little bit interesting. It's definitely something we've seen in other games before. But he's going to have at least, it looks like 2 Jaegers. So really, they're dedicating a lot of utility to him. But I'm interested to see how they do this because I think that smoke is such a valuable asset for that late game hold that it almost seems like with Fettuccine, if they lose blue stairs and they lose the smoke, they're kind of just surrendering a lot of power on that site because of the area denial that he can bring. But it looks like ICS is going to have a lot of control here, actually. Buck is already on these white stairs and holding a pretty tight angle. I can't tell if they have cleared out all of the roamers, but realistically, I mean, making quick work of this upper site is they are, what, a minute gone into the round, and they've taken control of most of, if not all of the first 2 floors.
Yeah, I mean, there isn't any rumor, so whether or not they know that, I'm not too sure. But it looks like they're very confident that they've cleared out the entire top floor. Their next order of business is going to have to deal with Habibi, as he's going to toss in a few grenades, as it looks like the ADSs have been taken care of, so hasn't been able to take care of the shield, though, so they're going to have to try to vault that if they're going to want to get into it, but they will finally take out that shield, as I'm going to be seeing a couple more flashbangs probably come through, maybe another grenade, but I believe that native is out, so some more smoke canisters to try to delay a little bit more time.
Yeah, they do have the hatch open, so they have the pinch if they want to go for it, but they still, actually, Valkyrie in this server area, I'm surprised. Habibi does get one on the blue stairs, so he's actually gonna get a second one down. A nice turn away from the flash grenade, as he's able to down Rowdy, and that's gonna be a lot of the utility loss. A nice C4, but not gonna find anybody from Frosty. And it will look like potentially Fettuccine has found a lot of potential success here on this site, even though I think realistically they missed out. ICS has missed out on a lot of pressure here from this server because they didn't have anybody pushing into this tunnel until now. And Snug does go down, but I mean, it's just too late. You have a BB here, you still have Frosty here, and 6 is going to pick another one onto Colossus, and it's all going to be up to Elk on the Thermite. So with 25 seconds left in a 1v5, it's not looking too good here from the side of ICS on their first attacking round, but we'll see if Elk can pull off some magic here, but I doubt it. He does have the diffuser, but he's going to pre-fire a bunch of angles here. Not going to really find anything. Going to take a little bit of damage and go down to Frosty eventually. And the flawless round from Fettuccine.
What a round from Fettuccine, indeed. I mean, they were able to control anything and everything that they wanted. Just not enough utility getting dumped, I would say, to try to get rid of that smoke on the main stairs, or on the blue stairs. You really need to throw, like, if you're gonna throw one person at it, you gotta throw like 3 bodies at that smoke. You gotta try to just trade them out, or like just try to cause chaos for that smoke playing those stairs. So just not enough pressure, and he was able to hold up on the stairs.
Yeah, I think there was a little bit of like there wasn't enough coordination there because he was able to turn away from those flash grenades. They weren't timed appropriately, so they could run in right after him and get the kills. But yeah, I think that honestly, it was just a little bit of error from the side of ICS. You didn't have anybody pressuring that tunnel, so realistically, nobody was pressuring Frosty, so Frosty could just play as backup and as distraction through the smoke in the blue stairs. And then, I mean, because realistically, they had burned out a good amount of Swink's utility. I think there was 1 minute and 30 left, and he had 1 or 2 gas cans left, but just not able to execute. And then Fettuccine was able to really get the frags when they needed to, and win the round. So they are going to be going upstairs now. I'm interested to see how they do this. I like the gridlock pickup here, I think it really chokes out a lot of those rotations on this top floor.
10 seconds.
Considering if you can get control of the top floor, you can really block off the 3 stairways. You can really make it so that if somebody's going to rotate from below, they have to go through a way that you can maybe
Attackers
set
must
somebody up to
locate
watch.
and defuse the bomb.
Yeah. Definitely. And it looks like we're the only roamer here is going to be 6. So, I'm curious to put your Jaeger on a roam downstairs, because I mean, unless he's trying to stop this buck from playing from below, there's not really too much that's going to be happening on that bottom floor. I mean, he doesn't have a nitro cell, so we can't really deny plant from below. We could possibly shoot some. There's only Maestro cameras on the board, and they've got the utility to take care of those with the Thatchers as well as those grenades. So I really don't see the point of pushing a Jaeger down there. We'll see this push start to come out onto the closets. They've got a nice little setup here. They've got the Clash playing the hallway as well as this Mute trying to hold this nice tight angle actually onto the gridlock, but it's going to be Colossus who just chews right through the head of Habibi. So nice little frag there. Some grenades might start to come flying out towards this Clash, and not going to deal any damage just yet as that shield will eat up all of that blast. And I'm not sure if he's actually able to rotate through that. Actually, looks like he is. As Colossus will find his second kill onto the round, taking down Squid. So 2 big operators, a Nitro Cell and the Maestro off the board, so it leaves a lot of not so useless, but more not as utility-based operators since they've already put all that down.
Yeah, definitely more like dependent operators. Is you're gonna have the Clash left, and if it's a 1v or it's a 5vx with only Clash and maybe one other person left, it's a lot harder to do something just because that operator is very good at denying with the help of a team. But if you don't have somebody to help you, Plus is actually gonna find a nasty shot onto Frosty. Plus is going huge. Native's gonna pick up one of his own on the Lojax, and it's gonna be 6 finding 1 onto Native, so the refrag, but it's got full site control for the side of ICS, and now it's gonna be up to 6 on Fettuccine as he's gonna be looking for the 1v5 ace. Colossus is gonna pick up his 4th. And honestly, we could just call it the Colossus round because he really fragged out and
Oh yeah.
was able to just take that round in his own, that nasty shot onto Frosty, then another one on to the player behind the playable shield, and he really just took that round into his own hands.
Oh yeah, definitely a animal on that gridlock, fragging out and killing literally everything in his sight.
Yeah, he was on a rampage. I mean, it was impressive to see because I think, like you said, I think that would have been a very decent hold from the side of Fettuccine had they been able to play that how they wanted to. They had the nice setup with the deployable shield. They had the Clash to stall out some of those pushes, but just 2 nice opening frags there from the gridlock, and then,
Attackers need to locate
like I
and
said
defuse
earlier, you're just
any
really
bombs
able to
if they
choke
can.
out some of those rotations with those tracks, and yeah, gonna draw it even here. So it looks like, are they gonna repeat? Yeah, they are gonna repeat onto that upstairs site. So maybe seeing what they can change up. They are gonna drop the Clash this time. Excuse me. For another utility operator, gonna bring the castle, but we will see how they're able to hold this because I think that. Yeah, no, I think that honestly, a lot of the times, at least with these sites, you're not gonna see really any contest from those walls because I just think that with the control you can get from the windows, you're not going to be able to stop somebody from destroying whatever kind of prevention you have on those skylight stairwell walls. So you're just better off probably bringing a little bit more utility if you're the defensive side. But other than that, looks like it's going to be the same setup for the attackers, and I can't really blame them considering how that round went. But we will see what Fettuccine can change up here because I think they definitely had a good idea on that round, and I think they can still hold this spot even without the Clash and some of the setup they have. But it's going to take a little bit more executional skill to hold against some of the utilities that ICS is going to be dropping on them. So early control here into that that file room. I actually don't know the name of it, but
I think it's stock trading.
stock trading. Oh, yeah, that sounds right. All the
Attackers have
TVs and
located a
stuff.
bomb.
I think so. But they actually have 2 people down below. They've got the Jaeger and the pulse down below. I would assume I mean, the Jaeger just likes roaming down here. 6 just likes roaming down here, I guess. But I would assume that, I mean, this is better in this round because he's going to be able to protect the pulse a little bit better. He's actually going to try to find, oh no, you can't break that. No, you can't break that. You're not knowing enough about the map. That's going to be a waste of a nitro cell, as the first kill will go to Rowdy. He'll take down that castle, just trying to peek aggressively onto the, actually no, trying to go for a jump out there, so nice little pick up there with, before he was able to hit the ground, to even take off the window.
Yeah, he was dead either way, if he lands or not, but still. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of wasted utility here from Lojack. He's going to push up these stairs now, and going to try to rotate back on the side. He does make it, but still, a lot of utility left here, and a lot of time left from the side of ICS. Is they are looking to really have a lot of control here, and with the pulse back on site and potentially the Jaeger as well, you're not going to have to worry about as much of that lower presence as now. Rowdy's really going to be able to play around on these windows. Going to get some nice lines of sight here. Not going to find anything yet. He has to take a little bit of damage. Squid does find one on the Colossus. Draw back even with a minute left. So potentially pulling this round back is Fettuccine, but actually going to find a second shot onto Snug. An amazing shot from Squid, and he's going to get down here by Rowdy with the IQ on the window, but still putting in enough work for his team. Potentially he can bring them back into us. Habibi's going to find one of his own. It is 6 on the late roam. He's going to find another one, and it's going to be all up to Rowdy on the windows. Gonna jump into the site now, and it's gonna be a 1v3 here. Gonna find an insane shot on Habibi. I don't even know how you saw him. Another one on the low Jackson. It's a 1 versus 1, 6 versus Rowdy, and he's gonna run over into these guys with throws. I don't know if he knows where he's at. 6 has a nasty angle here. Not gonna check it. Oh! The kill on the Rowdy! Holy crap! That was. I don't know how 6 missed those shots, but Rowdy just went nuts for his team and put them ahead here on bank. That was insane! What the hell?
Wow.
That was nutty.
That was honestly an insane ace from Rowdy on the silencer.
Yeah, he had the LMG, and he was putting in work with it. I think that LMG is a little bit underrated, but I mean, holy shit, that was insane. Like, he hit that insane shot onto whoever was playing Stockroom, and then he pushed the guy in the conference room and got a second kill. And I thought when he ran into Jaeger on those stairs, 6 was gonna have a free shot, but he just whiffed under the pressure, and Rowdy coming up big. I mean, that's really a big momentum shift there. You're thinking you're out of the round. Rowdy's in an awful spot, honestly, in the middle of the site on a 1v3, and just the lack of coordination just wins him the round. Jeez, that was actually insane. So they are going to get to go back down onto this basement site, and we will see what they're able to do. But honestly, Rowdy just picking up so much momentum for his team that if they can carry this forward, it's going to be huge. But a pretty standard setup here for the defenders. Attackers are going to go with that Mozzie or that Gridlock again. So I think it maybe is a little less useful on this side because there's just not as many late flanks when you're pushing into that server room, but you know, Colossus is comfortable on it. He did show a lot of prowess with that F90 onto the upstairs push. He's actually going to find an early kill onto Frosty. I don't know what's going on, but Colossus into open area and just finds the kill onto the Valkyrie, and I don't even know if Valkyrie got all of her cams off, but that's going to really put ICS at a strong point because, I mean, Colossus was fragging out, Rowdy's fragging out, and now they've got top 4 control with 40 seconds gone on the round, and they know it. I mean, they know that they've got a lot of pressure here, and they can really prevent a lot of these roams. So now Native's going to be tasked with keeping them a hold on the site as they're going to look to execute more on that traditional back stairwell. It is going to be the smoke again, playing the blue stairs, but we will see what kind of assistance he can have. And I think the another underrated point here is the Valkyrie going down early. Not going to be able to use that C4. And yeah, we will see how Fettuccine's potentially to steal this round. I think those Jaegers might be a little bit too close to each other. Might actually end up doubling up on to the utility, but it doesn't even matter. Yeah, the Thatcher just gets both of them. And now it's going to be a free push here.
Oh yeah, nice grenade there from Native to take down Habibi. So 2 picks now on the round, as it's going to be a
Attackers have located a
5v3
bomb.
with about still half of the round left remaining. So plenty of time and plenty of utility here from the attack, and it's going to be an interesting attack here. I mean, there's not a lot of control. There's only the 1 nitro cell right now from Lojax, and possibly some nitro cameras from Squid. But again, if the Thatchers are able to get into the right spot, they might be able to take those out. And it looks like, yes, Snug will be able to take down the 1 Maestro camera. I'm not sure if the other one was taken down or not, but I would assume that it has been. As going to be seeing Rowdy rocking the silencer again on this G8. He's going to have to contest with this Maestro. A nice little angle here. Going to go for the pre-fires here. Going to find the back of the Thermite, and it's going to deal a little bit of damage there. But again, actually going to tag up the leg of the IQ as they're all just peeking this Maestro, and they're all going to be lit up. Is he going to get someone in the garage too? He just turns around. Nice intel there as he takes the 1-tap onto Rowdy as well. He's looking for the Thermite, but the Thermite isn't going to give him the angle. He's actually going to rush deep, and it's going to be a nitro cell kill from Lojax on that scanner. But will Colossus be able to get this rotate down the main stairs? Looks like Snug is going to try to push his way in. But do they know that Colossus is playing this angle with only 15 seconds left? It looks like the Jaeger has rotated to watch these main stairs. He will spot out the gridlock and take him down. So it's now all up to Snug. He's going to take 1 out to 6. But Squid, a nice 3K, or I think even a 4K for him on that round.
Yeah, that was insane. Honestly, it was a 3v5, and Fettuccine had lost a lot of their utility. They had already lost the smoke. They had lost the C4 from the Valkyrie. And I was looking at that round, I was like, I'm going to chalk this one up for ICS. They're really going to be able to go up 6-4 and carry that momentum. And then it was just one after one. They just kept peeking into the Maestro and just taking chip damage after chip damage. And then they're all pushing into sight, and they got 25 HP. The late roam from the gridlock doesn't work out, and the round just kind of falls apart, melts in their hands for ICS. And it's just really looking at it like, now you're 5-5. ICS is going to have to attack again onto this upstairs, where they really had to rely on a lot of heroics from Rowdy last time. But we will see
Attackers need
if they can maybe reverse fortune for Fettuccine, or if Rowdy can repeat that insane performance. I'm interested to see how Fettuccine decided to change this up, considering I think realistically the last 2 times they went here, they kind of got rolled. One was just by the hands of Rowdy, and the other one was just them getting a little bit too aggressive on the Colossus. But they are sticking with this kind of setup without the clash. So I'm interested to see how they're going to do that. They are going to drop the pulse this time. I think it's kind of maybe as a result of that failed nitro cell the last time. But we will see how they are able to hold this. Because, I mean, it was a lot of heroics from Rowdy. It was a little bit of wasted utility from the side of Fettuccine last time. But I mean, this match overall has just been super close. A lot of these rounds are coming down to really a knife's edge, and just some insane plays by some insane players to really fight for that spot in the Challenger League.
It looks like they're going to be having a pre-placed nitro cell on this main wall here, so the drone from Native will be able to spot that out. So I assume that we're going to be seeing some Thatchers come in from Snug to possibly disable that, but again, it's going to have to just wait and see, as you can still see the impact trick as well from Frosty. So six
I think
6 and Lojax.
I think a lot of this attack from each side is really hinged on how, if they're going to send Habibi into the main area, if he can successfully entrance into the main area and get control for them. Because the 2 different times that it was played by Fettuccine, that was really a definitive kind of side of that fight, or of that round. And I think that now it's going to be flipped for ICS, and seeing if they're able to get control of the main area when they were able to punish Fettuccine for not having control of it on their defensive side.
Yeah. And these mute jammers are going to be doing a lot of work here, just denying a little bit of the intel here from the attack, as it looks like Habibi did lose his nitro cell to the EMP from Snug, so we'll also be seeing this Jaeger rotate in the lobby. Will the Thatcher be able to stop him out? Looks like he will do a little bit of damage there, but it's ultimately going to be Colossus who gets the first frag on to Squid. Nice long angle here. He's going to possibly look for more playing on that bomb, and really holding that long line of sight through like 3 rooms, technically.
Yeah, and that's another round where Fettuccine has lost a good amount of utility early. They're going to be down the Maestro, still with 1 minute and 20 seconds left. And I mean, there's nothing more important than having one of those later round utility people on site so you can help stall out a push. But now it's going to be Rowdy back on these windows again with the LMG. And we're going to see how LoJack 6 can maybe influence this round. They do have control of those main stairs. And back onto common turn is Jax. 6 still on those stairs. But Frosty's going to find one of his own onto Rowdy. And that will be the main fragger from the side of ICS on the last attack here. Down, and now with 35 seconds left, they're really going to have to execute. Native's going to have to really push out of this stock room and see what kind of damage he can do. A nice potential nade. It does not look like it's going to go far enough. LoJax finds one of his own onto Snug. It's going to be a 4-on-3 here from the side of Fettuccine. Look like they could potentially go to match point here. 6, not going to find, actually going to find the down onto the Buck. And going to find another one onto the Colossus. And Elk actually going to find one of his own on the 6, really joining this round back even. It is going to be the round for Fettuccine though, as the Buck was down. So Frosty coming a little big there with a couple of mid-round frags to really put Fettuccine in the driver's seat for this game.
Yeah, definitely a dominant round there from the defense of Fettuccine, as again, they're on match point now, so they're looking to try to put this map away and head their way to the semifinals of the losers bracket, I do believe, where they would face off. Let me just make sure that that's right. Yeah, that's going to be the semifinal,
like
I guess, against Power Rangers. So
yeah, whoever takes is going to go up against Power Rangers, and I think potentially another really good game there, as a lot of these later round qualifier lower bracket games are going to be really tight because it's going to be a lot of people just fighting for the spot that they want. But going to see the dock here from the side of Fettuccine. They are on match point, so we will see how they are able to hold this. And they are going to go for the open area defense, it looks like, which is, in my opinion, a little bit odd. But this is the first time we've had to see them go for a third site. They did not opt to go to that archives, which could be a little bit of a preference thing, although it does look like LoJax could potentially be playing in that archives area with the rotate hole. And yeah, I'm interested to see how Fettuccine decide to hold this, because I think this site is kind of unexplored. There's a lot of different ways you can hold this. You either can like maintain from above, or you play that offsite type of approach with the rotates. And I'm interested to see if Fettuccine can execute on this, because I think this is a more skill-intensive site to hold sometimes, but if you do it correctly, it can really benefit you. But other than that, we are going to see pretty similar lineups here all around. Realistically, I think only the dock going to be changed up overall. But from the side of ICS, you're looking at this, and you've had heroics from a couple of your players through the rounds that really have carried you to this point, and you need to draw that match point, because if not, it's your life. You're out of the tournament, you're out of the running, and they are going to get a good amount of control here onto this main entrance. Going to be greeted by the castles, but I keep bringing the breach charges, so realistically not going to encounter too much of difficulty here. But Snug partnered up with Rowdy. Native already getting good control from above, surprisingly not being stopped by anybody from the side of Fettuccine. And then it looks like potentially Colossus playing out in that parking garage. 6 going to find one onto Elk, and that is going to be the thermite down. Not necessarily a huge loss for this site, but still an early pick nonetheless. And Colossus is going to rappel up onto that window. Potentially looks like he's going to join the Buck above, but Snug going to find one of his own onto Habibi. That will be the castle going down, so again, not much utility loss, but still going to be able to play these angles as Native with 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the round, and really going to be able to pressure some of the spots that Fettuccine might be holding here, as Snug actually going to find a second one, and going to go huge this round. His team needs him. Snug had those heroics back in the stockroom upstairs closet, if you remember, and now a 4-on-3 with 1 minute and 10 seconds left. We will see how ICS decides to attack this.
yeah, exactly. That's a little bit limited time left, and they do have the man advantage trying to push this map to overtime here, again, until coming in plentiful from LoJax on that scanner, so they'll be able to gauge where exactly this push is coming from, as rotate rotate into the square, but won't choose to rotate back as he goes for a few pre-fires yet. But more drones are going to start to come through. It's snug. He's looking for a third kill on the round. Does spot the Jaeger as he rotates into the kitchen. No, not the Jaeger, the Pulse, but again, you're going to have to worry about the Jaeger on the main stairs, but no, it's a double kill from both Native and Rowdy, putting this on a 1v5 with Squid on the Alba, so it's looking like overtime here if Squid can't prove off that he is the best player of Rainbow Six, but the plant is starting to come down. He's gonna stop that though as he gets the smoke bang onto Colossus. He's going for another one. He takes down Rowdy. That's a triple kill for him. He's got 1v1 now as it's all him and Native. Native on such low HP. He's gonna get shot to death, and Squid with the clutch. He'll win it out for his team on the Maestro camera. How does he do it?
That is nuts. Squid with the Maestro. With the, I think it's 81 or 87 bullets, just pumping them down range, getting that amazing kill through the smoke to really stop the diffuser. And like you said, I mean that was some heroics. That's a play of the qualifiers right there, securing the round for his team, and really just him and Six. I'm looking at the scoreboard now, just some real strong plays from those two. But man, what a round to end it on! And I think that's kind of the perfect round to end that whole series on, just because. That's kind of how the whole game went. Just some heroics from one player or another player just stepping up in the right times and winning rounds that realistically looked like there was no chance that they were going to be won.
Yeah.